Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you an incredible trick to bring old seemingly dead car batteries back to life, using methods you might not expect. You've probably thrown out batteries like these, thinking they were useless, but in just a few minutes, I'll transform them into fully functional power sources once again. Watch now to see how I do it. First things first, I'm starting with a battery that clearly isn't performing. You can see the terminals are corroded and dirty, which is a common problem. To confirm its state, I grab my jumper cables. I connect the red clamp to the positive terminal and the blue clamp to the negative terminal. Then, I take a small light bulb and attempt to test the battery. As you can see, there's no flicker, no light whatsoever. I will test again with another battery to make sure the jumper cables are working properly. The light is on, indicating that the larger battery is indeed not working. This battery is completely dead and isn't holding any charge at all. I'm connecting my multimeter to check the voltage. A quick multimeter check on the battery also confirms 0.00 volts. This battery is truly flat, completely discharged, and ready for our revitalization treatment. First, I'm carefully removing the caps from battery to access the cells inside. It's crucial to wear gloves for this part, as the existing fluid is sulfuric acid. I used pliers to open the battery cell covers. With the cover off, I gently shake the battery so that the dirt inside will be pushed out when pouring the electrolyte. Then I can now drain the old electrolyte. Look how dark and sludgy this liquid is. It's filled with impurities and lead sulfate buildup, preventing it from holding a charge. This old acid is no longer effective at conducting electricity, and it's contributing to the battery's dead state. This is one of the main reasons the battery has failed. After draining the old electrolyte, it's time for the first rinse. Then, using a small funnel, I'm carefully pouring water into each cell until it reaches the fill line. This helps to flush out any old crystallized sulfates that might be coating the battery plates, which is often the cause of a dead battery. After filling, I give the battery a good shake, just to help dislodge any remaining deposits. I'll then pour out the water. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I heated some water in a kettle until it was hot, checking the temperature with a thermometer to ensure it was just right, around 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. Then I added toothpaste to a container. Its abrasive and chemical properties, assisting in breaking down stubborn sulfate buildup. Then, I carefully added this hot water to the toothpaste, mixing them together. The heat helps activate the toothpaste and prepares the solution to be poured into the battery. Using the funnel again, I carefully poured the toothpaste water mixture into each battery cell. This hot toothpaste water will work its magic by desulfating the plates, breaking down the lead sulfate crystals that accumulate over time and preventing the battery from holding a charge. This solution will now work its magic, further cleaning the internal plates and helping to dissolve stubborn deposits. I gave the battery another gentle shake to ensure the solution permeated all the cells. This is an important step to ensure a thorough cleaning. I'm now draining it. You can see it's still relatively clear, indicating that it's done its job of breaking down the impurities without becoming excessively dirty itself. This is a great sign, indicating that the toothpaste has successfully dissolved and removed a significant amount of lead sulfate from the battery plates. I'm giving the battery another rinse, filling each cell with warm water. This will wash away any residual toothpaste water and further cleanse the plates. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. This is exactly what we want to see for a successful rejuvenation. As you can see, the water is now perfectly clear, which means our battery cells are thoroughly clean and ready for the next crucial step. The internal components are now primed to accept a new charge. Now for the actual electrolyte. I'm carefully pouring fresh sulfuric acid into each cell using the funnel. This is the new fluid that will enable the chemical reactions necessary for the battery to store and release energy. Remember to wear your protective gloves and handle sulfuric acid with extreme caution. Fill each cell to the indicated level. After adding the new electrolyte, I screw the cap back on each battery cell. I made sure to tighten the caps so that there would be no leakage of electrolyte during use. Then, I'm giving the battery one last wipe down with a clean cloth, ensuring the surface is completely dry and free of any spills. A clean exterior helps maintain safety and efficiency. After cleaning, I found the battery terminals were dirty and significantly corroded. I added a little WD-40 solution to clean and used sandpaper to grind off the worn terminals. It's time to give it its first charge after the revitalization process. I'm connecting the positive and negative terminals to my smart battery charger. And as you can see, the charger immediately recognizes the battery and begins its charging cycle. This is a fantastic sign that our desulfation and refilling process has been successful, and the battery is now accepting a charge. After allowing the battery to charge, I'm once again checking its voltage with the multimeter. Look at that! A solid 10.42 volts, a fully charged battery. This is a significant improvement and a clear indicator that our efforts have paid off. And for the ultimate test, let's connect the light bulb again. Look at that! The bulb is shining brightly, just like it should with a fully charged battery. This confirms our old dead battery has been successfully revived and is ready to power up your car or any other device that needs it. I moved on to the second battery, which looked really old and covered in dust, as if it had been in the shed for a long time. I used a paintbrush and a cloth to brush off the dust. Now, let's confirm the state of this battery. I used jumper cables and a small light bulb to check the battery. No light, confirming that this battery simply isn't providing enough power. Now I will open the cover and begin the repair process. I use a washer and pliers to open this hidden battery cell cover. After opening the battery cells, I will drain out the old inactive electrolyte. Then, I'm repeating this whole rinsing process a couple of times to ensure maximum cleanliness. For this repair, I took a dishwasher tablet and peeled it off. I used a hammer to break it down so it could be easily dissolved in water. After breaking it down, I poured it into a strainer and then poured hot water in and stirred it. The heat activated the detergent in the tablet. I stirred it until it dissolved and prepared it for the battery. Using the funnel again, I carefully poured the dish soap mixture into each cell. This hot dish soap will work its magic by reducing the sulfate on the battery plates, breaking down the lead sulfate crystals that build up over time and preventing the battery from holding a charge. I shook it gently to let the cleaning solution clean every corner inside the battery. I poured out the dish soap and looked at this. It cleaned the dirt significantly, proving the cleaning process was effective. I repeated the rinsing process with clean water until the battery was completely clean. Now for the actual electrolyte. I'm carefully pouring fresh sulfuric acid into each cell using the funnel. This is the new fluid that will enable the chemical reactions necessary for the battery to store and release energy. Now I will close the battery cell covers tightly and prepare for charging. I connect my battery charger to our battery. The red clamp goes to the positive terminal, and the black clamp to the negative. This is where we start pushing some power back into it. Now for the ultimate moment of truth. I connect my multimeter to the revitalized battery, and look at that. I've read around 11.77 volts, a full recovery. All those steps, the cleaning, the special liquid, and the charge have brought it back to peak performance. I reconnected the jumper cables to test if the bulb worked. And just as expected, it glows brilliantly. This old battery is fully functional and ready to go. Moving on to the third battery, I repeated the same process as the previous repaired batteries. Like the others, this one was also dead. Same as before, I opened the cap and poured out the old electrolyte. You can see how dark and murky it is. That's why it wasn't working efficiently. This step is crucial to make way for our special cleaning solution. I carefully poured Coca-Cola into each of the 6 battery cells using a funnel. The fizzing indicates a chemical reaction, and the acidic properties of Coca-Cola are surprisingly effective at breaking down the sulfates that build up inside the battery cells over time. I made sure each cell was filled. Watch what happens when it goes in. You can see the Coca-Cola reacting inside the cells, bubbling and working its magic. After letting the Coca-Cola sit for a bit, I gave the battery a good shake to ensure the solution reached every part of the plates. Then, I drained the dark brown Coca-Cola solution, which had now absorbed many of the impurities from inside the battery. I repeated this process several times until the water ran mostly clear, ensuring all traces of Coca-Cola and loosened sulfates were removed. Once the rinsing was complete, it was time to refill the cells with fresh battery acid. I carefully poured the sulfuric acid into each cell, ensuring it reached the appropriate level. This provides the necessary electrolyte for the battery to function properly. With the new acid in, I screwed the caps back. To ensure optimal performance, I'll spray them with a cleaning solution for perfect conductivity. I'm cleaning the battery terminals thoroughly with sandpaper to remove any corrosion. Clean terminals are essential for a good charge. Next, I connected the battery to a pulse repair charger. I'm connecting a battery charger to the terminals now and plugging it in. You can see the display showing the repair function is working, bringing the voltage back up. To confirm its full recovery, I tried connecting the jumper cables once more, and this time the bright light was bulb strong and consistent. I'm connecting this fan to the battery and lo and behold, it spun immediately. That shows our battery is working again. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Bye. See you in the next video.